Welcome to Discovering. June 16th, 2016 marked my 200th show as host and producer of Discovering. On that episode, we took a look back at some of the places we'd been in that first 200 weeks. Tonight is my 400th show, so it just seemed fitting to once again take a look back at some of the places we've been in the last couple hundred weeks.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forest thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
My wife convinced me that we should celebrate a bit, having survived 400 shows. So I decided to take her out for dinner. And what better place to have dinner and reflect back than in the woods. So we grabbed some food, lawn chairs, and various other essentials and headed out for a woods dinner cruise. We can do dinner just about anywhere in the woods, but it's kind of like a dog that has to pee. You gotta have a target. So we headed for one of my favorite hunting stops, the Big Rock. We dropped off our stuff and headed out for some end of winter, almost spring sightseeing. And while we're doing that, it's a good time to take a look back at some of the people and places we've discovered over the last 200 weeks. The second half of 2016 included some fishing on small lakes.
Started when I was probably 10. From that day on, that's all I wanted to do was fish.
And big lakes.
Lake Michigan Chinook, king salmon, wild fish, good size one.
We fish with our rods, and then we fish also with what's known as skis, and it's just a way more to maximize your lines. The skis will pull your lines out away from the boat.
And a nice laker.
The Porcupine Mountains are a great place for anything outdoors, including camping. We also spent some time just south of the UP, out of Florence, Wisconsin at Lost Lake Cabins. As we move into fall, we have to talk deer hunting. And the best place to do that is around a table at camp. It's a great place for friendship, memories, and stories about deer.
They all stand around the table and had a shot on their buck they got.
Here's a quick look at just a few of the other people and places of 2016.
This is how I got my life. Try to work around the rice on your growing it up.
Mosquitoes are actually vegetarians.
Dug through the snow and got a soil stamp.
If you're in the UP, a great place to be is outdoors, even if it's winter, maybe especially in the winter. Just ask Tom Lakeinen at Lakeinen Land.
I'd rather be here in the snowbank than out in Hawaii right now, to be honest with you, so I enjoy it.
If you really want to experience the outdoors, sometimes you gotta sleep in it.
You eat, you have a few drinks, and to go out and enjoy the nature. You can't get any better to be out in the great outdoors and enjoy it.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't do that. And the wintertime is just as good as the summer.
One of the keys to surviving winter in the UP is to keep on doing the things you love to do in the summer. When the ice does finally go away, it's time to get back to fishing.
All right, here's a good one. I thought he was bigger than that. Dang it. Ooh, another nice fish, bro. Ooh, look at this one. Look at the size of that one. Good job, good job. That's a nice fish. We're ice fishing. Oh, nice fish, Jody. All right. Look at that.
Lots of our kids in the school just play video games while we're here fishing.
I would have liked to catch fish. It probably would have spiced it up a little bit, but I guess it's okay that we didn't. Maybe next time.
There's one. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Might take another run. Ooh. Big old man, Steve King's. Chunky too. Power. Got that roll. Got him? How's that for a fish? There. It's another nice eater one there. Oh, beautiful fish. Look at that. Got a double right away. Nice.
Of course, a year in the UP wouldn't be complete without a good share of hunting.
You won't ever live this stuff down.
No.
It's very exciting and
That's better than deer hunting, I think.
For me, it's just getting out there and being alive out there. And these guys on the far end over here, they want to still shoot the buck.
Big bucks.
I don't give a damn if I get a buck or not, as long as I can come out here and talk with the guys and have a good time, you know. And they listen to my old stories. They'll never be, they don't know what that is, the way we used to hunt, lean against a poplar tree. Yeah, I can see good yet, I can still hit them. I'll never stop hunting as long as I'm able,
Here's a look at some of the other people and places of 2017 and 18.
We're going in the middle of the transplant.
Hands are kind of adjusted. Climbing ropes, in addition with
Our sightseeing cruise was great. Nice to once again see the ground and rivers not covered with snow and ice. We made it back to our spot in the woods just in time to get dinner going. Dinner is pretty much made up of whatever I could find in the freezer and the fridge. You might remember last fall's pheasant hunting trip to Shady Acres. I did manage to leave there with some pheasant. So on the menu, purple pheasant. More on that in a minute. Combined with venison steaks and potatoes. Covered with bacon and cherry syrup. I think it sounds good, but I'm not really sure. And that is my purple pheasant. Turns out when you soak your pheasant in a marinade that includes a bunch of homemade UP wild grape wine, it gets purple. Really fast. Now that dinner's on its way, it's a great time to sit back and do absolutely nothing. And since that's a bit uninteresting to watch, we'll head back for a look at 2019.
There you go, nice job. About living here, but you can just...
Way back in the 20s, he died.
Ooh, it feels like a pretty good one. Beautiful. That's what we're looking for. Nice meal, little hook on the jaw.
Hopefully get close enough to the shop.
You got a little bit faster currents. The core grabbing them, it's a lot better for the fish.
Yep, mine bigger. No, I don't know.
Oh, that one. Definitely. This one is your keeper. This one is your keeper.
Ginseng roots.
It's great. Shoot it, Tammy.
Believe it or not, 5 years with very high antlers.
Well, we're just about up to date. In 2020, we got to learn a bit about stocking fish, and we got to watch a few being caught.
Nice perch. Big perch. That might be one of the biggest perch in this lake. Oh, there we go. Not the biggest one we've got today, but good on the hook set. Set them up and pull them in. There we go. Nice one.
You're big.
There we go. Nice old Lake Ogivic teeter peg.
Woo!
You'll find quite a variety of unique winter activities in the UP, like dog sledding.
Former champions, St. Johnson, good boy!
If you prefer your sled not be preceded by a team of dogs, you might want to give luge a try on North America's only natural luge track. Or you could just completely change your lifestyle and move off the grid.
I would say probably about 75% of the food that we eat is homegrown by us or raised by us.
While we're off the grid, we can't forget about John and Victoria's Birch Bark Canoe Project. Well, that about finishes up our look at just some of the places we've been over the last couple hundred weeks. Now it's time for dinner. I'm really not sure why we came out here to this random spot in the woods for dinner, but I'm glad we did. No matter what the reason, it's always great to spend some time in the woods. As the world around us becomes more and more unpredictable, it's good to know that we can always find a familiar place in the woods. Sure, it changes. Some trees disappear, new ones grow to take their place, roads come and go. The landscape may change a bit, but overall, you can always count on the woods being what it's always been, a great place to be.